My people, so it is actually true that Olori Naomi's return back into the palace is certain because the people reaching out to tell her one or two things and then congratulate her at the same time are people whom on a norm, if it is a lie or if it is any kind of joke, they would not say anything. So who are these people? Reverend Funke Adejumo first reached out, and now Pastor Jerry Eze is telling her that he is very, very happy with the fact that Naomi have chosen a path for herself. She's not one of those women that will say that, okay, since I've tested singlehood out of marriage, let me deal with it. No, she's not that kind of people. Most people who have stayed out of their marriages down to the point Naomi have stayed, they would not have even bothered. And then having a life Naomi has, they would not have even bothered about the part of returning back into the palace because they don't find it necessary. Neither do they find it important at all. They feel there is money, there is fame, everything is there. My son will live well. They would have just gone into doing whatsoever it is they feel they can do. But Olori Naomi is different. Yes, Naomi is much, much different to a point that she has embraced returning back to her husband, incorporated into her life, and him, Pastor Jerry Eze, admires that personality Naomi has so much. He admires it. And right now, she is at the verge of returning, and he wants to tell her just one thing. The one thing is that she has been an enduring person over the years. She has learned to endure whatsoever it is that these women have to throw at her. She has learned to endure whatsoever it is that these women do. She has endured practically everything, even when it involves her son. He sees the way she endures it. He sees the way she lets go like it's nothing, simply because she doesn't want to have an altercation with this woman, simply because she doesn't want to fight, simply because, not like she doesn't want to end up on the news. So Naomi can end up on the news for all she cares once it has to do with her son. But her carefulness not to give these women a reason to retaliate, nor give them a reason to, come at her, has is really, really interesting. Yes, it is really, really interesting. And what he is saying, what is saying that he wants her to remain like that. He doesn't want a situation whereby they wake up tomorrow and then they are like, oh, you see, that Olori Naomi that they were praising, they were doing this, they were doing that, she has changed. Yes, Naomi has changed. Naomi is now a different person. Naomi is not even who they thought she was, and all of those things. My people, that is what he doesn't want. He wants that, okay, now that Naomi is returning back into the palace, she should actually return for growth, and she should not return to come and settle to continue where she left the palace, because a lot of things have happened over time. A lot of things have happened. Even if it is fighting, these women have fought. Even if it is quarrel, they have quarreled. They have literally done every single thing they feel they can do. Everything within their power they feel they can actually do. And right now, Pastor Jerry is telling Naomi that she has looked past through these women like they don't exist. Not like he's saying they don't exist though, but for a fact that Olori Naomi has looked past them like they are nothing. He really, really appreciates it. He really, really does appreciate it. And for holding onto the fact that she can live in that palace and then every single thing will be okay. It's a nice thing. But the part where he is concerned is that Naomi is human. Anything can happen. Yes, any single thing can happen. And for any single thing happening, it is quite possible, and very, very feasible to say that what people can change. He's not saying that Naomi will wake up one day in the palace and then she will start fighting this woman and all of those things. No, that is the path he's trying to drive at. There was a point in time that Olori Aderonke said that pretense don't last forever. All of this pretense Olori Naomi is putting up, there will come a day that she herself will get tired. She's saying it from experience. Does Naomi know how many people who have pretended but yet lost it in the middle of the line, and now they are here? We have known their whole character, they have known their whole personality, we have known their whole truth. Naomi is not a saint. Naomi has her flaws. Naomi has her shortcomings. Naomi has her own ups and downs. Naomi has all of these things pointing at her. And if you would want to say the truth remains that Naomi is human and she's born to make mistakes. She's born to get involved in things that she herself did not plan to get involved in. And these things are certain. They are certain. But what Pastor Jerry Eze is telling her is that, listen, we know these things are certain. We know these things are bound to happen. We know these things, they will definitely come out someday. But what I am trying to tell you is that do not be overconscious to be that perfect human being. But in the process of you not being overconscious to be that perfect human being, try to avoid whatever it is that will give these women a leverage to someday say that, now so she was pretending, no, Naomi was pretending. See what I was telling you people? Avoid it. That is what Pastor Jerry Eze is saying to Olori Naomi on this very day that it has been confirmed that Naomi is potentially returning back into the palace. My people, this is good news. Aside everybody that has been coming out to talk to Naomi lately, everybody that has been coming out to tell Naomi one or two things, it is indeed good news that Naomi is set to return back into the palace. And with every single thing happening, we know it is not going to be an easy ride for her. Yes, definitely, we know it is not going to be an easy ride. But as long as these things persist, we know very well that Naomi will scale through. Yes, we know very, very well that Naomi would scale through in the midst of this whole gbasgbos that are bound to happen in the palace. We know, they say that word, where one or two women are gathered, competition is inevitable. Yes, we know that competition is certainly inevitable. And from all indications, these women are already preparing their bags and waiting for Olori Naomi's arrival so that they can start choking her and bringing all manner of things to make her feel quite uncomfortable in the palace. That is how these things are. But at the end of it all, we know very well, and we know for sure, we know certainly that these women, they will soon get tired.